Hey YouTube, I almost just said Facebook. As you can tell, I'm not home by the damn walls and shit, but shit, I still decided to film while I'm here, and I got a little bit of time to myself. Get my purse, get my little cigarettes out, honey. This right here is gonna be stressful, but I told y'all I was gonna come to y'all with the story, so I'm sticking to that. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not home. I'm at my homeboy spot. Or whatever. You can say house sitting. The first video was filmed at my house. Hold on. I need to find one more thing. There you go. Okay, yeah. So, the story began like this. Now, remember the names Alan Cash. Well, remember the name Alan Cash. Alan Dion Cash. That was my ex-boyfriend. That's the guy who tried to kill me. And okay, we're gonna start like this right here. Prior to him committing these crimes, he had stayed the night at my house 3 days prior to that, for 3 days straight, or whatever. Not 3 days prior, but 3 days straight. And he had got a phone call or whatever. I guess somebody had found out that he was over there. At the time, I didn't know he had a girlfriend. To be honest, I didn't know he had a girlfriend till after her and her son was deceased. By the time I found out that it was going steady. But yeah, so I remember him calling me saying that he had wanted to stay the night, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Look at my beauty blender. So can't even touch my eyes like that. But yeah. So he was saying he had wanted to stay the night. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Cause like I said at the time, I didn't know that he had a girlfriend. He had been my boyfriend for the last 5 years, and we had been dating for the past 7 or what have you. So yeah, I was like, okay, fine. So later on that night, he called me. Now this is my first time hearing anything about him still dealing with this girl or whatever. What is this on my shirt? I got makeup on my shirt, y'all. Cause I just tried to do a little something before I came in here and did this, but whatever. So yeah, so he was like, he had just got into it with her. She was trying to put him in jail. They was at the Wawa gas station or something. So I was like, oh my God, I can see where this going. Because I remember him being abusive with me or whatever, and I was just hoping he hadn't put his hands on her. Because see, every time he ever put his hands on me, I never put him in jail. And our whole relationship was abusive. I was with him for 5 years, and this man used to fight me because the sun was shining. Like 1 minute he would be okay. We'll go to the movies. He'll be the sweetest man on earth. I mean, give you his last. Like I had told y'all before, I done spent probably over $100,000 of this man money. You know what I'm saying? And I never had to ask for nothing. He always gave it to me. And but that don't got nothing to do with this story. That's besides the point. So he called me and he was like, yeah, she trying to put me in jail, blase squaze. And I'm listening to him. And you know, it's two sides to every story, but I wasn't thinking about it like that at the time. So, I was like, well, you just need to go get away from her and just come on over here. Don't get in no trouble. But later on, probably like 2 or 3 hours later, he was like, we at her house, and I'm trying to get my stuff out of her house, and she won't give it to me. The police here, and she done gave the police my gun, which it was a Glock with a drum on it. If I can insert a picture into this video, I will. I'm gonna try or whatever, but if I can't, then I can't. So I was like, well, just count that as a loss. Just leave him over there and come on over here. So While we was talking, I heard the police walking up to him, telling him to get off the phone and all that right there, asking him did he want the bag, and he was like, "No, I don't want that bag." Mind you, he was already on probation for armed trafficking. He ain't had no business with no gun. He was already a felon. He had never been to prison, so he didn't have a DC number. But by the law of the state of Florida, he was already a convicted felon. He had no business with no guns, period, or whatever. And I remember him asking me to get some guns for him in my name because I'm not a felon either. And I told him no because I already know how this man was living or whatever. And I knew some people had wanted to kill him about something else, which is a totally different story that is not my story to tell or whatever. So he was like he wasn't gonna take the book bag from the police or whatever. So he ended up hanging up with me, and then he was calling back saying crazy stuff, then he'll hang up the phone, call back, say something crazy, and hang up the phone or whatever. So I was like, what the hell? So I just texted him and I just said, I love you. I was like, don't, ain't nothing in this world where, I was like, don't do nothing that's going to cost you your freedom or something to that nature. I was like, I love you. Don't do nothing stupid to make you lose your freedom. It's not worth it. That was my last text to him. So I put my phone on silent because knowing him, like if he going through it with somebody else, he'll bring them that bad vibe around me. And by the time I didn't want him at my house to come stay the night or nothing. So I had locked my door, put my phone on silent, and proceeded to go to sleep. And I think by this time it had been like 2 or 3 in the morning. So I can say probably like around 4 or 5, somebody come bamming on my door, bam, bam, bam. I'm like, this can't be him. So I look out the peephole. It's my cousin-in-law that's still across the hall from me. But at this time, they was remodeling our apartment, so she stayed in the back. So I'm wondering, like, what the hell going on? She bamming on my door, and she stayed like 5 buildings down. So she was like, they got Alan out here, they got Alan out here. And I'm like, who got Alan? Like I told y'all, some people was looking for him, so I'm thinking that I didn't know. So I rush and put on clothes, and I come outside, and it was lit up like Christmas. I see police lights everywhere. So I run out there, and I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? And they was like, we can't tell you. Can you back up? I'm like, no, that's my boyfriend. That's his car or whatever. They was like, oh, that's your boyfriend? Well, we need to get your information or whatever. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So I was like, I stay at apartment such and such, west such and such, blah, blah, blah. My phone number 47, blah, blah, squaze, or whatever. And I was more worried about him than anything because, as y'all know, 7 PD is known to be some of the nastiest cops on earth. At the time, that's what I was thinking. But little did I know those was my guardian angels. They saved my life that day. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know it until later. So yeah. I'm looking for this fool. The whole time he on the side of the car in all black. I didn't notice it until they put him in the back seat. And I heard the door close. The reason I didn't see him is because he had on all black. And he had to have something black around his head. They had to pull it off. I don't know. But I had ended up walking back up towards the house or whatever to wake up my homeboy that was at the house with me. My gay homeboy that stayed there with me, which Alan know the boy stayed there or whatever because he had been staying with me for the last year or 2, I want to say. So I come back outside later and Facebook is like black news. It was like he killed that girl and her babies. They was saying no, they was like he killed everybody in the house. So I was like, he did what? No, wait a minute, rewind that. I asked the police again what happened. They told me I see it on the news. So I went in the house after I heard that because I'm just thinking the worst. I already know how this boy temper is. And like I told y'all, I know how he live and I done heard stories about it or whatever. So They was like he killed that girl and her baby, and he killed her daddy. He killed her other son. They was trying to say everybody in the house was dead. So I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. So that means the police finna come question me because I done told them that this my boyfriend, my dumb butt, trying to run out there to his rescue to see what's going on, not knowing what's really going on. Because if I would have knew, I would have tried to stay out of it. They came to me and took me down to the precinct to ask me anything that I know anything about anything, and went to naming people that was naming cold cases because they had accused him of previous murders before that, even a murder that I know he didn't have nothing to do with. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew a backstory behind something else. You know what I'm saying? By dating somebody, it was all hearsay, but I knew a little bit about it just from word on the streets. And I remember me being the one telling him that this boy was dead, and he broke down crying because that's how mad he was that he couldn't get his hands on the boy. That has nothing to do with this story. But that's just painting a picture to show y'all the kind of guy that this man is. Or whatever. So, so they get me down there, and I'm telling them I don't know what's going on or whatever. I was like, I just remember him texting my phone and him calling me, telling me that him and the girl got into an argument. But the last thing I would have expected was for him to kill her or anything like that. What did I do with that life that fast? Okay, and come to find out, he didn't kill everybody in the house. He did shoot everybody in the house. He shot her. He shot her dad. He killed one of her sons, and he shot one of her sons. He killed the oldest one. Mind you, this same girl is the reason that me and him broke up because he fought this girl's husband about her or whatever, and I couldn't see myself being in a relationship, abusive relationship with somebody that's fighting somebody's husband about them. No, that's not for no. I'm not living like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I ended up falling asleep because I really didn't have any more information to give them. Like, I don't have any information. All I can tell y'all is that they got into an argument. I know what y'all know. I don't know where he got the guns from. I don't know. I know I didn't get them for him. You know what I'm saying? And, they going to run the guns anyway, so they're going to find out where it came from anyways. So they end up taking my phone. Okay, so later on, they wanted me to testify. They said my temperature low on this phone. Mind y'all, I'm recording on my phone. So, they wanted me to testify against this boy so bad, and I was like, no. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? I leave that in the family hands. He already confessed or whatever. When they was interrogating me, once he found out I was at the precinct, he confessed. So maybe it was a blessing for them to take me down there to ask me questions that I didn't know. That's when he came to his senses and he confessed or whatever. But so I felt like they knew by then that I didn't have nothing to do with nothing. I didn't know nothing about nothing, and they no longer needed me. But how I found out that he was coming to kill me was the sergeant wanted me to testify against him so bad. He came to my house on his the investigator came to my house and played me a tape of the confession. And I don't know if they were supposed to do that or not. But in the confession, he told them that I'm finna say it the same way he told them. He said, y'all fucked up the rotation because I was supposed to kill Miss Copeland too. Or whatever. I was supposed to kill Kenya too. Or whatever. So I was like, when they told me that kind of broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? And then I went to thinking like, all these years, I took all this stuff from this boy, fought all these girls, ran off so many girls from this boy. He done beat me up before by straightening him about sleeping with my neighbor and all kind of stuff. He was gonna come kill me? For what? For what? You know what I'm saying? And it broke my heart. I cried about it yesterday, so I wanted to get on here and cry about it while I was filming this recording. I cried about it the day before. I even had my aunt to come pray for me, her and my cousin, so I wouldn't cry during this recording. You know what I'm saying? Because that baby that he took, the lives that he took somebody's child, you took somebody's mom. Then you got a baby. You got to explain to this baby that his mom is gone, why his mom is gone, that his oldest brother is gone, why his oldest brother is gone. That baby, and the baby that's gone, he wasn't nothing but 10 years old. He'll never know what a prep rally is like. He'll never know what it's like to go to prom. He'll never know what it's like to have a girlfriend. I promised myself I wasn't gonna cry. Just give me a second. Just more of the story. And he also shot some kids at the bus stop. And he shot a man that was walking because it's a path that you can go through from the house. Well, by that house, it's a path that you can go through. You cut through the ditch, through that neighborhood to get to the bus stop to go to school. He shot 7 people in all, I want to say. I'm not sure the number because I avoided everything about it. I didn't want to see it because it made me sick to my stomach. I was still so much in love with him, and I was in denial about him trying to come kill me. And in a way, I still am in denial. I think he wanted. I think he wanted me to know. I don't know, but yeah. So he had the nerve to call me from jail or whatever, and I answered just to get, cause you get 1 free minute, and I answered just to ask one simple question: was you trying to come kill me? And I'm shaking right now because it's really bothering me. He was like, don't believe everything they tell you. They lying. I was like, no, I heard the recording. You told them people you was coming to kill me or whatever. And that's when the phone hung up. Then he tried to write me a letter trying to give me information about it or whatever. Basically, the whole letter was based upon a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't want to hear nothing about. The whole reason I've been avoiding the news, I had deactivated my Facebook and everything because it was humiliating. It was embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be my boyfriend, and the next thing I know, I hear about you supposed to be killing somebody. You know what I'm saying? You kill kids. You know what I'm saying? I see if it was a grown man that did you something. These people didn't do you nothing. This girl probably told you she didn't want you no more because I know how you is. Because you done threatened me plenty of times to kill me, but I knew how to I knew how to deal with him. But it made me wish I would have warned her of what kind of dude she was dealing with. But I thought she knew. Because, like I said, me and her had got into it before. Well, I didn't tell y'all that part. Me and her had got into it before about him after he had fought her husband about her. And I ended up leaving him. You know what I'm saying? But I got out of that situation, but he had told me a long time ago, he was like, you don't have nothing to worry about as long as me and you still messing around. But once we stop messing around, that's when you gotta worry. That just lets you know what kind of mind frame this man really was. You know what I'm saying? I was even doing research, and I came to my own conclusion that he was a sociopath. He had no regard for human life. Like a babies, children, who does that? You know what I'm saying? So right now, and I keep telling my mama, I think he gonna get the death penalty. My mama loved him like a son. You know what I'm saying? And she still don't want to believe it. My whole family's still in denial. I'm the only one that's not in denial because I live with this man. You know what I'm saying? You never know a person until y'all get behind closed doors. You never know a real person until y'all get behind closed doors. And that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? And that's just part one of the story. I tell y'all the rest of it later or whatever. That's all I got for my kings and my queens for today. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Mwah. It was good talking to y'all. I'm gonna start trying to make more videos and contents. I looked at my other. I think I think videos get seen more when you have a profile picture. My thing didn't have a profile picture, and this is a story time. I didn't title it story time or whatever, but I'm titling this one story time. I titled the last one story time. I put a profile picture of me, I think, sitting home. Was I sitting home when I took that picture? I don't know. But that's besides the point. But yeah, that's the story of when my, oh yeah, where they found him at. His car was in my parking lot. They found him in the bushes by the ditch, and they found the gun in the ditch, and he killed them with an AK-47 with a chopper that leave holes in you bigger than my fist. Because I remember him shooting a dead raccoon that was on the side of the road to see what kind of damage it did, and it left a big hole like you could see through the raccoon. And he overkilled her. He shot her 7 times, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Don't take my word on it. Allegedly, he allegedly shot her 7 times, but I think it was 7 times. I know he overkilled her though. I know that, but I don't know how many times he shot the kids or what have you. But and I think that those bullets that he had, they explode. And I don't think that they should be able to sell anybody bullets out of Walmart. Because I know for a fact he went and bought those bullets himself out of Walmart or what have you. They need to change that law too. But yeah, that's all I got for today. I might come at y'all with some more on this thing, but I've been trying to stay away from it. It's my first time speaking on it, and I decided that it would be best for me to speak on it on my channel or what have you. And I got a lot of more stories about him that I could tell y'all about us in the past or whatever, good and bad and ugly. I'm going to keep everything as real as possible because, like I said, this is my life, and I want to share that with y'all, with you guys, because this is my channel, and I hope that my channel grows, and this will be my main source of income one day. Lord's willing, I'm going to pray on it or whatever. But thank you for your time, and that's the story, like I said, about when my ex-boyfriend tried to come and kill me, and he killed his girlfriend. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll be uploading this as soon as I'm done recording this, which will be in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mwah.